Imagine you're standing in a dark cave 50,000 years ago. There are no cities, no books, and no science. A storm crashes across the sky. You don't know what lightning is. You don't know what causes death. And then someone you love dies. The body is still there, but they're gone. Where did they go? That question may have changed human history forever. Today, we're exploring one of humanity's greatest mysteries. The oldest written religions appeared only about 5,000 years ago. But humans had already existed for hundreds of thousands of years. So what happened during all that time? Archaeologists have discovered clues. One of the strongest clues is burial. Early humans sometimes buried their dead with objects. Why place items beside the dead? Unless you believed they might need them somewhere else. This suggests an extraordinary possibility. Early humans may have believed in life after death. But burial isn't the only clue. Now imagine another mystery faced by our ancestors. Every night, they dreamed. In dreams, they could visit distant places. They could see people who were far away. And sometimes, they saw the dead. To ancient people, that was a powerful experience. If the dead appeared in dreams, maybe they weren't truly gone. Perhaps they had simply moved somewhere else. So what may have been the world's first religion? Many researchers believe it was something called animism. Animism is the belief that spirits exist throughout nature. Trees may have had spirits. Rivers may have had spirits. Mountains may have had spirits. Animals may have had spirits. Even storms may have been alive. Nature wasn't just a collection of objects. To our ancestors, the world itself felt alive. As these beliefs grew, a new kind of person began to appear. They were known as shamans. Shamans were healers, storytellers, and spiritual guides. They believed they could communicate with spirits. Some entered deep trance-like states. Others danced or drummed during rituals. To early communities, shamans answered life's biggest questions. They became humanity's first spiritual specialists. For most of human history, people lived in small hunter-gatherer groups. Then something extraordinary happened. About 12,000 years ago, humans began farming. Farming changed everything. People no longer had to keep moving. Villages slowly began to grow. Villages became towns. Towns eventually became cities. And societies became larger than ever before. As societies changed, religion changed too. Instead of countless local spirits, many cultures began believing in powerful gods. There were gods of the sun, gods of storms, gods of war, and gods of fertility. Religion became deeply connected to civilization. Temples rose above the cities. Priests gained influence. Religion was no longer just about understanding nature. It also became a way to organize society. But what if religion didn't come after civilization? What if it came first? One of the world's most mysterious archaeological sites is Göbekli Tepe. It was built more than 11,000 years ago, and it may have been built before cities, perhaps even before widespread farming. If that's true, religion may have helped create civilization. It's one of archaeology's greatest debates. And after thousands of years, we're still searching for the answer. Religion appeared in places separated by oceans, yet many cultures developed spiritual beliefs on their own. Why? Perhaps the answer lies inside the human mind. Our brains naturally search for patterns. We constantly ask, why? Religion may have been humanity's first attempt to answer life's biggest questions. We still ask many of those same questions today. The search for meaning continues, and perhaps it always will. Long before history was ever written, our ancestors left behind only clues. Every discovery tells part of the story, but many questions remain unanswered. Some answers may never be known. Time has erased much of the evidence. But curiosity has never disappeared. Generation after generation kept searching, and the mystery continues today. The search for humanity's origins is far from over. Imagine the very first sunrise witnessed by early humans. They didn't know why it returned every morning. The moon was just as mysterious. The stars filled the night sky. Ancient people searched the heavens for meaning. They watched the changing seasons. They followed migrating animals. They learned from nature itself. Nature became humanity's first teacher. And every generation passed these stories to the next. Humans have always searched for answers. They searched the earth, and they searched the skies. They wondered where they came from. They wondered why they were here. They looked for meaning in everything. Even the smallest things could inspire wonder. Every discovery sparked another question, and every answer led to another mystery. The journey of discovery never truly ends. The past is like a puzzle, with many missing pieces. Sometimes we discover something extraordinary. Other times, we find almost nothing. But every clue matters, because each clue brings us closer to understanding ourselves. Our story stretches back farther than we can imagine, and it continues today. Every civilization asked the same timeless questions. Different cultures found different answers. Yet the questions remain the same. Why are we here? Where do we go when we die? Questions that still inspire debate. Science continues searching, just as our ancestors once did. The search never truly stopped. Each generation carried the torch forward. The story of religion is really the story of humanity. It is a story of curiosity, a story of imagination, a story of hope, and above all, a story of questions. We may never know exactly how religion began, but the search itself changed humanity forever. And perhaps the greatest mystery is the one we're still trying to answer.